Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. With you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for the betting card. And on today's card, we'll have picks from the NBA playoffs, as well as Major League Baseball 15-game card. May call it 15 and a half because they got to conclude that suspended game between the Guardians and the Twins. Check your sportsbook rules. I know some books will count the game, so see how your book handles that one. Also have picks from the NHL returns to the ice here tonight for the playoffs. And make sure you guys subscribe to our channel because we're with you every day. Don't want to miss a pick here on the show. We're close to 50,000 subscribers, so you know there's great content on the channel. And first thing you want to do is hit us with that that thumbs up. We really appreciate that. It really helps us build up our audience. So we'll meet the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's go to Sean. Sean, been red hot, moving up that leaderboard. Baseball.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Like I said, we're just talking off air. So it's about it. A lot of us, you kind of spin for a little bit. It's like you're there. You got to get over the hump. Well, I got over that hill last about week and a half. So we're on the move. A couple winners been loaded up right now. So you got that. And again, listen, end of show picks, 3-0 there yesterday as well. So that's in the plus. So seeing the board well, that's all you can do. You just gotta take it as it comes. I'm happy. But you can't get too high and too low. You know how I get in here. I'm down, I'm up. I don't want to talk about it. It's the same thing. It's on to a new day. Rear view mirror behind me, windshield in front of me. Let's go.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. Just keep trucking along here. We're having a great putting up some great numbers as well. Solo's happening.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Went 4-4 yesterday. Paid a little juice. Didn't really love the card, but we kept firing. Didn't get in the hole, so that's a good thing. We'll get out that hole today. Nice little card. We'll pick our spots. Let's fire. Let's make some money.
Yeah, as far as indeed make money, I come off another 2-0 day yesterday. The Guardians and Twins are still outstanding, but I did hit the best bet with the Reds, so I'll hopefully continue that. So let's get to the card today. We'll start here with the NBA playoffs. Of course, single game today, single game tomorrow. Get used to it because all of these series, the East and the Western Conference Finals are every other day. So there you go. And of course OKC. We'll see if they pay for it late in the season, screwing around with the Knicks. Or I'm sorry, with the Nuggets there. But let's get to it here. We got Timberwolves and OKC. No injuries here to report. Clean injury reports on both sides. Thunder favored 7.5. The total sits here at 216. I will tell you that BetCris opened this one at 9.5 at the open there. So 7.5 is a number. Total 216. There's a 215 flying around. So 217 is flying around. So do your line shopping on the totals there. We started off here with Sean.
Well, I think I said it in the last series, and I'll come out with this series. I like the dogs. I'm going to be taking them in the first two here for both of these contests. I know it's the whole resty versus the teams playing the rust nonsense. Hey, listen, the Thunder to me. You cover 60 games during the year? Yeah, it's a great season. Okay, but I've seen them struggle a little bit here versus a depleted Denver team. We saw a couple lackluster kind of performances in Memphis. Minnesota was here last year. I mean, right? We said this. Both of these teams that are underdogs in the series, whether it's the Pacers or the Wolves, were both in the conference finals last year. So I'm not going to sell them short. You're going to give me a nice little number here. And it's down, too. It's IC7, so it's dropped a half point. Let's go I'm going to be – who am I kidding? I got on the site already. I tell you this all the time, folks. I'm not going to put a package up when I'm struggling in a sport and it's limited action. You got plenty of guys here doing great in NBA and hockey. So you get my premium right here in the show. So you got it. Timberwolves. Let's get it done.
And then with Timberwolves from Sean, we move on to Solo.
Minnesota and OKC. I want to say Minnesota was here last year. Ant-Man said they returned. I expect a strong effort from the Timberwolves, but I'm going to look at this game in the first half. I think OKC legs will be a little tired coming off that grueling 7-game series with Denver. I think Minnesota wants to start fast, maybe even try to steal this home court. So we're going to go over first half, over 107. I think the key to this game is actually going to be the turnovers. When I really look at the game, I look at Julius Randle and Ant-Man. They actually turn the ball over a lot. So if they turn the ball over a lot, that's OKC's going to get those turnovers, those fast transition scores. They're going to pull away. But if they don't, then Minnesota's really going to keep this game close and probably be live to steal home court advantage in one of these games. But first half for us, let's go over 107.
Over 107 over there with first half there from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I got to look at the Minnesota side. You look at Minnesota; they've covered 7 of 10 in the playoffs. They will have rest advantage of 5 days coming into this one. Of course, as we talked about, Sean mentioned here, it's a very quick turnaround here for the Thunder coming off that 7-game series. I don't really like laying points with teams come off a 7-game series in 1 day of rest against the rested team. I'd like to take the rested team in this spot, especially we're this deep in the season. Right, we're already in May 20th now. These guys hit training camp in mid-September. So they played a lot of basketball. Sometimes we forget about the training camps, those practices, those preseason games. It does take some toll on you when you get this far in the playoffs, and it really is. It's interesting that we know that we look at the injury reports, and these are they're all healthy. Really, that's what it comes down to, right? Can you withstand the course of the season? But looking here at this Timberwolves team, I'll look at them. I know when you look at the numbers, OKC's home numbers are just phenomenal, off the chart here. But again, I'm going to take the spot here and take Minnesota. All right, and the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we turn our attention over to Major League Baseball here.
I just want to solo real fast there with the. I know he likes the first half over. I thought about mini first half there for the same kind of reason. They start out, OKC starts out a little slow, maybe sloppy or whatever. They're getting like 4. Would you do a first half? I'm torn on it. I want to bet it. I
took the money line.
Minnesota first half.
Yes, sir.
That doesn't shine. Money line for you. That should be your middle name. Change it from Solo to money line.
Oh yeah. You ever hear Solo? You take the points, but I'm taking the money line.
I'm taking the money line.
Even on the premium picks, every premium pick that I give away the points, I took the money line.
Money line. Yeah. What? It depends on how big it is. Anything under 10, I think I have a shot, no matter what the sport. If I'm getting under 10 points, I'm either an interception away from a cover or a win. Basketball, same thing. Or 2 3-pointers away from covering, or maybe winning outright if the team chokes it down the stretch. So I'm with you there. I get it.
Yeah, I know in the NFL, there's a time when the 7-point underdog, the best play was take the money line. It's just one score. That's all it is. So. There, all right, we'll go. We'll turn our attention here to baseball. I want to make note of some changes here. I thought if you look in the Seattle game, you saw Jonathan Diaz there. He was overnight a couple of times, but he's taken down again. It looks like it'll be Casey Lawrence getting the start there for Seattle. Looking at some of the changes here in the rotation. Looks like for Houston, Brandon Walter will get the start here for the Houston Astros. This will be his debut for 2025, but he did play in nine games in 2023, kind of missed 2024 with shoulder issues there. So Walter gets the start here for Houston. And we do have a Chase McDermott now has been moved to the bulk pitcher, so there'll be an opener for Baltimore today and their game against Milwaukee there. So we got you set up here. I think we're going to get El Ninos here coming to the group. So we'll let El Ninos get his spin here on the NBA game.
Yeah, I think should be a great series. Couple good points. I was listening as I was trying to log in here. A couple good points the guys made. I think this one will be competitive and at least early. And little stat Rod gave me last night was shout out to Rod not being here, but he's been working hard. So, 3-1 are the Timberwolves against these Thunder in the first half. They're getting 4 points, so I'll take those points in the first half with the Timberwolves.
All right, someone's mentioned about the links. Check repair your cache, because I've checked it out. We had some issue with the site last night, but it's been fixed now, guys. So links on the videos are working. So refresh your cache, or that will fix the problem there. It's already been fixed. All right, that's good. Appreciate your with your comment there. But yeah, we had some issues with the site. All up and running now. I run it on private view. You'll see it there if you run a private browser. You're seeing the server error from last night. You got to refresh your cache there to be able to check out. Or if you use a private browser, put it on private setting, that should fix it. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. So let's turn our attention to baseball. You got the changes there in the pitching. So let's get to it here. We start with the Cubs and Marlins. What a wild game that was yesterday, right? Marlins find a way to go over. We got the Cubs here, $1.50, $1.35. This line's all over the place here. Total 8.5. We got the Reds and Pirates again. The Reds been bet up here from the opener, about 10 cents up higher now. $1.35, total of 8. Braves and Nats. The Braves, $1.80, total of 8. Spencer Strider back to the mound today after that hamstring injury that he had to sit out. Mets and Red Sox here. We've got a lot of scoring early. Then they stopped late there. Mets $1.25, total of 9. And then we close it out here with Astros and Rays. This one here looks to be Astros $1.15 on the road. Total sits here 9.5. We get started here with Sean.
So for the Red Sox, we have who do you have shown? Because I thought Cease was going to be on the hill, but this line is not telling me it's
for the Red Sox. Walker Buehler.
Crochet. I thought Crochet was going to be on the hill. It's definitely not Crochet, right?
Yeah, it's Buehler.
Let's see. We're taking the Mets will be added as a premium play. Here we go. This guy working his way back to you, babe. We're going against him. Sorry there, Bueller. Yeah, here we go. I told you yesterday, right? I said I loved 11 games. I ended up playing 5 of them. You got a couple here in the freebies that went off as well. Like the Reds, right? 5 in a row now? 6 in a row with the Reds? Short number. Yeah, 130 on the road to me is 135. That's kind of pushing it. But again, I'm a streak guy. We're talking about private servers. Go to check out my OnlyFans plus Dollar Daddy. We're streaking. We're running streak. Aren't
the Pirates like 3-14 in the month? I think I saw it.
They are terrible. They are absolutely terrible. Oh yeah, And when it gets to that number, like I say every day, it's a run line it because I'm a sicko and I feel like I'm smarter than the average bear, which I'm not. The 130 will probably cash. We'll probably have 4-3. I tell you, take the run line. Just take the Reds. Ride the streak. Marlins. It's a little low for that Marlins with your guy. That's your guy Weathers.
Yeah, Weathers. Well, he won. He cashed it. He pitched against the Cubs last week, and he won as a plus 190 dog.
I can't get involved. I can't get involved with the Nats. They're going to give me 160 with Strider. I love Strider. I know he's just down in single A, but your first start back, I mean, they're going to let this guy go 7 innings?
Well, I know.
I can't believe he's pitched right now. I couldn't believe he came back as fast as he did. I was like, oh, man, this is going to crush my Braves under for the year. I thought he'd be back in like June, July. No. On principle, again, it's kind of like the Mets and Fade and Bueller. I got to take the Nationals. I got to take the Nats in that spot. And what are we on? The Stros and the A's? Or Stros and Rays?
Yeah.
Is the last one in that block?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Rays. Tell you. And who's this guy? I go to Space Cowboy games or whatever they're called, Skeeters. Who's this guy, Walter? Who is this guy?
He's second. With Walter. He what's the story here with Walter? He was a reliever. Well, he was hurt last year. He was sidelined last year with a shoulder injury. He pitched. He had a cup of coffee last year and then was called up because obviously it's because of. Let me see here what we have here on Walter here for Houston.
He's a 26th round pick. He's 28. What are we getting out of him? I'll take Tampa Bay home.
The minors, 9 games in 2023, ERA over 6, whip of almost 2 in 23 innings with the Red Sox.
You're laughing, Solo. And listen, I was not picked in the 26th round, but it sounded like he's if it was like a first round or kind of a flamed out first or second rounder, I'd be like, you know what? Maybe he comes up and I kind of stay away from it. Maybe,
especially this early in the season.
Not, a relief spot start kind of guy. He starts down in the minors for these kind of roles. I'll have to pass. It's a short number with Tell and the Rays. And the Rays always kind of, let's be honest, the Rays are going to win like 89 games and be in a wild card home like the wacko squad they are down there. So give me the Rays.
There you go. I'm going to just show this for Kafta, just to let you know our site's up, brother. All our URLs are up and running, so you got to check your browser settings. So just that's for Kafta there. All right, let's continue on. Move on over to El Nidos.
Yeah, so it's the Yankees Rangers is in the next slot.
It is, yeah. Next slot.
Okay, so I'll agree. I think there's some value here on the Rays and Littell, and the other one I kind of want to take Strider here -1. Good behind the Braves. -1. The old -1 here on Strider. I'll give him a shot. I think he's got some good stuff. Let's see how far he can go today. I'll agree on the Mets now with that pitch and change too. I was kind of staying off it originally, but with Crochet going, but with Bueller, I think Holmes definitely the better starter these days. So I'll take a shot with the Mets there. And not the best pitching matchup. I guess Weathers did look good, as you mentioned, Tony, but I think the Cubs, I know they dropped it yesterday. I might go with the over again here, but I'm leaning Cubs -1.
There we go with El Ninos. So move on over to Solo.
Cubs and the Marlins. I think the Cubs shake back. I really like the bats. Not a big fan of Weathers. He did look good in the last start. Just the ballpark, this ball just flies around. Feel like we'll get over this total once again. We're also going to stay on board with this Reds and Pirates game. Don't really love Falter, and Martinez has been rocked here and there, but I don't really like the way the Pirates are hitting. I'm not really sure about the weather. Haven't really deep dove into this game, to be honest with you. But we're going to stay on board and stay with the under on the Reds. And I think
Wind's
you have
blowing
to
in
take
a
a
little
shot.
bit, so no.
Yeah, we'll stay
67.
on that one. That ain't bad. And I don't like Strider, nor do I like Parker. I'm going to go over 8 Nats Braves.
Yeah, from Solo, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to continue back the Reds here. We take a look at this Reds team, 5-1 on the road when a -110 favorite or greater this season. So they're getting it done. They're hitting the ball well. You look at their past 6 games, the Reds have hit 11 homers. The bullpen's in good form. We know this Pirates team can hit. Over their past 6, a $1.98, a bullpen ERA near 6. I'll look at Cincinnati in that spot. I like Miami, but I don't like the price. This to me is not playable in my book. There, I don't want to touch that one. Here with this, let's see what we have here. Yeah, I'll look at the Mets here in this spot against the Buehler and company. The Mets bullpen has been formed really well of late, so I'll look at them in this spot. Also here, let's see what else we've got here. I'm going to stay away from this Braves game for now. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue on with baseball. And the next games we're covering here will be the Rangers and the Yankees. We've got the Yankees at $1.77, total of 9. Padres and Blue Jays. We got the Padres $1.20, total of 8. Guardians and Twins. This is game 2. This will be actually game 1, but they're just replaying a suspended game. I only think they got to about 3 or 4 innings in that suspended game. So this will be the regular scheduled game here. Twins $1.15, total of 7. And let's see, we've got here Mariners and White Sox. Mariners $1.80, total of 8.5. And the last game in this block will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Orioles and Brewers. Brewers $1.20, total 8.5. We start with Sean.
I like little Corbin. I know it's like, it's Corbin Day. The dude's pitched decent. He's pitched decent in his outings. Listen, could the Yanks shell him? Yeah, they could hit him, but we've been waiting for everybody to hit this guy, and it hasn't happened yet. And as bad as the Rangers are hitting, I mean, I'm no Will Warren guy, so I take a shot with the dogs there. I think the Blue Jays, they are not in Pirate territory, but I think they're a hot mess. So San Diego would get the call, especially getting away. They just got swept. Get out of there. Feel good on the road. You got your quasi ace on the hill here with Cease, who until the other guys come back, he's the man. He's got I think he had a bad outing. One outing was really bad for him. I want to say, if I remember correctly, going through the numbers for today's games, I think he gave up like 9 runs against the A's somewhere. Kind of screw up his Now I have to go look because that's
his 3rd start of the season.
Yeah. 9. Yeah, there it is. There's a 9 runs. Other than that, the guy's been a solid pitcher there. Twins and Guardians, it's just that's a no thank you for me. It's basically a doubleheader. They played 3 innings yesterday, suspended top of the 4th. I'm not interested in that. It could turn into some wacky bullpen game. I don't know what's going to happen. No thank you. And the White Sox, here we go. Let's move along. These are not the dreads we're looking for. We'll get past here. I don't care who's pitching for Seattle. And the Brew Crew, let's go. I mean, Baltimore 7 straight losses. These guys, are you kidding me? Yeah, let's take them today with who's pitching? Clay Aiken. Wasn't he like a singer on like America's Most Wanted or something? They got him. They got Maury Povich. They got a bunch of TV stars going on.
Chase McDermott will be
in a row.
That's the opener. Chase McDermott will be the primary pitcher for Baltimore as they throw in the opener there for the Orioles.
Yeah, that's going to help. That'll solve their problems.
The gas can opener. What he hits there on over to Anita.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Will Warren guy either, but I think the Yankees get it done at home here. I'll take them -1. I like the over. I like both offenses to get some runs in this one. I agree with the Padres and Cease over the Blue Jays. Just a more consistent baseball at these Padres. I'll take a shot with the Guardians here. This one could get rained out, though, so don't put your last dollar on it. And
94% chance of rain, 46 degrees wind, 17 miles per hour in that one.
Yeah, I'll agree with the Brewers as well.
There with Al Nino's on over to Solo.
Don't really love this slot, but I do like a couple plays here. We're gonna stay on board. Seattle and the White Sox. I know we got. I'm not sure who's going for Seattle, but I want to say it's what's my guy going for the White Sox? I'm sorry, Wilson's going for the White Sox. Yeah, Wilson going for the White Sox. We're gonna stay on the first 5 plus 135. Chicago, and then we're gonna look at Texas. I'm kind of agree with Sean. Sign me up with Corbin on the plus money with the Rangers plus 164.
You know, with the White Sox starters, you can start to see that little glimmer of light, right, coming through here for this White Sox team. Although it's just a little one, just a speck there. But with some of their starters, you can start to see there's a little bit of hope there for this team down the line, as some of the starters look to be some quality ones, quality arms. I like the under here with the Yanks and the Rangers here. But Texas over the past 7 hitting 200, but their bullpen is in pretty good form. Believe it or not, the Yankees hit just 248 at home. It'll be a lefty placing those lefties, so I kind of like the under in that spot there with a left-hander going against those porch hitters that they have there that go off that short porch for the Yankees.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a hard time here trying to pull Corbin here. So I like the under here against these good bullpens. The Rangers are 14-3 of the under this season with facing a team with a bullpen whip of 1.25 or lower. So give me the under in that one. Let's see here. With the Padres here, I think that's a cheap price on San Diego. I know they've had their struggles with Mariner. Maybe this plain trip will get their minds right. I'll look here at the Padres. So when you look at Cease, you look at his advanced numbers, they're not that bad. It's just when you look at his FIP, what's his FIP coming in at 4.60? That's not bad, especially with the bullpen behind them. It's pretty good. So I'll look at the San Diego in that spot. Padres do hit 266 on the road, and the bullpen for the Blue Jays in ERA of 4 here against these teams get outscored by half run or greater. The Padres 7-2 on the road against them. So I'll take the Padres in that spot and stay away from Orioles and Brewers for now. All right, let's continue on here. This next game, Tigers and Cardinals. Boy, the Cardinals lit them up yesterday here. They were like, I think we did. They were like, when you see Montero, man, be careful. That's all I got to tell you. Tigers are trash. Let's be careful. Tigers here, $1.85, total 7.5. Phillies and Rockies. Yep, Phillies 260. That's it. Total sits at 10.5. Royals and Giants here. We got the Giants at $1.42, total of 8. Again, I said this has a look of a sleep-inducing series there. Angels and Athletics again, hot again, but we'll see if they can score runs here. Athletics $1.60, total of 10. And we got the Arizona Diamondbacks facing the OKC I want to say OKC pitching staff, but we do have Yamamoto today. So you got Yamamoto and everybody else from OKC in that Dodgers pitching staff, especially in the bullpen here. Arizona will be dogs. Look at this. LA 211, total of 9, juice heavily. You'll see 9.5 popping up soon in that total. We started off here with Sean.
I was typing into Lex here, but I'll just say it on the air. Lex, White Sox playoffs. They're 17 games back. They're 17 games back, and they lost 5 in a row. What do they do? They're due for a hot streak?
He sees that glimmer of hope with these starters.
Buy low spot.
Got to get on the first 5, Lex.
Get on the first 5, Lex. I think he's in the first 5 league.
Yeah, first, they're the king. Yeah, they're the champions. That's
first
like
the
in-season
series.
banner. Let's go. We're the first 5. First 5, folks. We're 27-6. We're the best team in baseball. Listen, we all love Scooby Dooby Dooble. Again, big number on the road. That's a pass for me. The Phillies. I mean, you're joking. Like, is that enough? They were losing in the 8th inning yesterday. I thought, weren't they only 3-1 and going into the 8th? Right? I thought they were. I mean, I can't. What's the run line on this? I mean, it's ridiculous. Hi, let's go minus 1.5 is 2-1. It's 195 like a run in.
Yeah, I mean, that was 180 yesterday. I think the 2.5 was $1.10 yesterday.
Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, 2.5 like whatever, they should win. Yeah, they should. But the Phillies also have 18 losses on the year. They can't lose a game.
The bullpen there. You remember, Philadelphia is not bullpen is always will screw you.
The best guy just got popped for PEDs. Yeah, I'm sure they're under a microscope. The rest of the guys, what's going on out there, whatever they're doing out there.
Yep.
I like me some San Francisco treats today. You get nearly no hit last night. You couldn't do anything. Again, I'll look for a team off of getting shut out or one hit or not doing much offensively. And I like this kid Berthong. I actually saw him pitch in person. So I lean there with San Fran. I wanted to take the A's today. I was like, oh, boy, here we go. I looked at last night, and this guy, Hogland's laying like 150. I'm like, what? I know it's Kyle Hendricks. Maybe I jump in. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I have been seeing the board pretty good. The run line is plus 120, maybe worth a shot because Kyle Hendricks is a guy I just want to say no thank you to. Whether I don't care. I mean, you know, what it is. If I could get a run line plus money, I'll probably end up taking them today as well. And the Dodgers, here we go. I don't like taking teams on losing streaks, and here, but I feel like I'm just throwing away a bet here on Arizona. I like Yamamoto. Again, I'm biased. I have a Cy Young, so pitchers I like, I seem to tend to bet on. You saw them hit, 3 solo home runs late in the game yesterday, right?
Yeah.
That comes through like Ohtani.
Ohtani got an opposite field.
Yeah, I mean – I think in this game, though, I'm worried because I think Yamamoto could really shut down Arizona. I think he's just that good, and he's had his hiccup for the month. So, I don't know.
I think the bigger problem is having Ryan Nelson on the hill.
That's the thing. It's like I could see the Dodgers winning this one like 13-2 or something. This could be like turning some ugliness. I'll lay the 115, 120 down the run line with the Dodgers.
Yeah,
I don't want to take teams with 5-game losing streaks or whatever, but.
No.
4 games.
And remember, when the Arizona Diamondbacks had their run there to get to the World Series, Ryan Nelson was shut down. They didn't even play him. Ineffectiveness. He didn't even
it was B Fatty came up. Our guy B Fatty.
Yeah. Nelson, we want nothing to do with you, Nelson. We're on a
how about no strikeouts last night for Fatty either?
Yeah. They hit him. And it was hot too. The over came in again. Those Dodger overs cashed again. That's been money, man. Yeah, we're getting hot weather out here in LA again. We're going to start hitting 90s. I think
their pitching is not that great. I mean, I know
we've been saying that. I've been telling you guys that their bullpen. This is their bullpen. They have 5 arms out now. Their best 5 arms. Kirby H just went down. They overused their bullpen, and their top guys got hurt. So now you got all these guys from OKC coming into the bullpen now. That's why I call them the OKC Dodger bullpen. Because they had to pull another guy when Yates went down. They had to pull another guy, and they just got rid of 2 guys, Barnes and Taylor. They cut them off the team. So
Kyle Gibson's a free agent. You bring him in.
I'm forgetting who that big guy was. Who's a retired that big guy. What was his name? He pitched with the Dodgers, and he pitched with Atlanta. The name escapes me. There are still some undrafted free agents out there. Paul Skeens. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think Pittsburgh's answering the phone. That's a problem. Because they're seeing the prospects for OKC and they're getting pounded right now.
I think if you're any team, you're calling for Paul Skeens. But
I think New York, the Yankees. I think that's the kind of player that the Yankees get. That's the type. Just seems to be that.
No, they don't get those players anymore. They got no one to trade. Who they traded
Soto,
for?
They got Soto. They got Soto, right?
They have nothing.
They got that. They got freed on over to El Nidos.
Yeah. If there ever was a bounce back spot, this has to be it, right? With this pitching matchup here for the Dodgers again, a little bit too pricey, but and it's hard because I want to bet the over against Nelson, but it's hard for me to get on that total with Yamamoto pitching on the other side, so I might leave this total alone. On the Hendricks and the Angels, I'm not the biggest Hendricks fan, but I think the value's on the Angels here, given the way the A's have been playing lately. Also think there's some value on the Royals against the Giants here. Should be a good matchup, but just think a bit of plus money there is where the value's at. And, that's a ridiculous price on that run line with Luzardo and the Phillies. So it's either -2.5 or pass. I could look at the over too, but Luzardo's been pitching pretty well, so probably -2.5 or pass on that one. And then Tigers, you could take them run line or -1 if you want to lay a little bit of juice.
There we go. From El Ninos, we move on over to Solo.
I'm gonna look at the Phillies and the Rockies. I watched a little bit of this game yesterday. I like the way the Rockies looked early in the game. I know Luzardo's look good. I expect a little regression. They're coming at some point. Sensatella probably gets roughed up, but I think these Rockies back show up early. I'm gonna take the Rockies first 5 plus. What is that? 190. Then I'm gonna look at the what is this? The Tigers and the Cardinals game. I know everybody's on school, but I know he's the real deal. I'm a big fan of Fetty. I like the way the Cardinals will play at home. Give me the Cardinals first 5 plus 135.
There we go. With Solo, time I think about this game. Yeah, I would have looked at Minnesota, but they're playing that they have to play 6 innings to make it up, so that could tax the bullpen day. So I'm staying away from that game. There, I like the under with the Phillies and the Rockies. I think Luzardo can shut down this Rockies lineup. And Philadelphia just hitting 240 on the road. Their Rock bullpen hasn't been that bad at home this year, just under 4 ERA against losing teams. We've seen the Phillies go 6-3 to the under on the road. So I'll look at the under in that one. Of course, Royals and Giants. It's the Giants at home in night games. You know what to do. You know what to do there. Just go under. 10-3. They're now 11-3 to the under in their home night games this season. If you go back 2+ seasons, it's hitting around 66% for those Giants home night games. And the KC only 231 on the road. The Giants hitting 214 in their interleague games. Birdsong at home hasn't been bad. An ERA of 1.69 into 16 innings of work. Bullpens have performed well there against these good bullpens. KC now 11-5 to the under, facing a team with a bullpen whip of 1.35 or lower. That's why I was saying this series has the look of being one sleep-inducing one. And like the under there. Going to look here at the over with the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. 80 degrees at first pitch there. Arizona's hitting 303 with 10 homers over the past 6. But I think the damage will be done on this Ryan Nelson. LA's going to hit this guy. LA could push this total over themselves. I can see this being ugly the other way. Just to remind you guys, hurt for the LA bullpen, Phillips, Gratterall, Trainin, Yates, and Kopech. Their best relievers are out. So you're going to see a bunch of these OKC guys on the mound with these funky numbers like 77, 82. You know, they're just banged up in the bullpen. I know a lot of people talk about their starting rotation, but it's really the bullpen that has been really hurting for LA right now with all those injuries. LA now 12-6 to the over against these bad bullpen teams at home. So I like the over here in this one. All right, let's continue here.
Hey, real quick, Tony.
Yeah.
I forgot on the Colorado game. I forgot to add Luzardo ERA over 6.75 in Colorado. He's been roughed up there.
Roughed up a little bit. I remember Luzardo. Yeah, he was cut at one time of his career. I know he was with the Marlins. He was with the Athletics. A's, right? A's cut him. I'll never forget that. That one really shocked me. It was when we're not too far from turning time in college baseball. The regional starting on the 29th, about a week away. All right, that's whoever wins the SEC tournament. Just give me an SEC team. That's all. It's the SEC in the College World Series because they dominate that sport now with the NIL money. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. We'll turn our attention to the ice. We start the action here on the Western Conference Finals. Oilers and Stars. The Dallas Stars favored $1.23, total of 6. Maybe Rod's on his way to Dallas for this one. Maybe making that long trip into Dallas. We'll see. Sean, anything on the ice?
I didn't even know who they're playing. I was going to go pull it up. I'm like, I don't even know. Winnipeg? Who are they playing?
No, Oilers. That's Dallas Stars tonight.
No, tonight is Panthers Hurricanes.
I'm sorry, that's right. Panthers and Hurricanes tonight. I got it mixed up here. Panthers Hurricanes tonight. Hurricanes $1.21, total 5.5. Tomorrow's the Oilers and Stars. That's right. Panthers Hurricanes tonight. Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh boy, you're laughing. So I'm going to say if I get Florida as a dog, come on, man, they're
champs. Yeah,
they're the champs. I think you can take one. You can take one on the road.
They got through a game.
You're going to be a dog in both games. I don't mind going 1-1. If it loses, I don't mind losing. Going one. It's plus money, and people laugh. Oh, you went 1-1. Who got picked up $14? Well, you sure as hell ain't just randomly sending me $14, you cheapos. So don't get upset over going 1-1 and making $14 or whatever it is, $17. You know what I'm saying? Like people like, oh, that's not a lot. Like, what are you talking about? You wouldn't step over that on the street. Don't do it if they're going to hand it to you on a game. Florida's defending champs. 25-21 on the road. They can win games. Let's go. I'll take them both games. There'll be dogs in both. I'm going to take them.
There you go with Sean on over to El Nidos.
Yeah, definitely tough game as far as the side's concerned, which is what I'll be looking at here. And yeah, you could make a case for either team here, but just think I got to go with the Hurricanes at home here, laying the small number. And again, if you don't want to lay any juice, you can put a little bit off your bet on the plus 200 on the puck line there. That'll cut down your juice real quick. But yeah, definitely mostly money line for me. It should be a great game, and just a small lean here for everyone. Nothing too crazy. It should be, again, one more time, a great series.
There from El Nidos. All right, let's continue here on the Toy Sports Morning Show. Turn our attention to the W. 2 games on the board from the W tonight. And boy, I was surprised when this line opened. I'm even more surprised with the line moving this one. Is Connecticut dropped this much? Wow. Connecticut Sun hosting the Aces. Aces open 12.5. It has been bet up to 13.5. Aces on the road, a road favorite of 13.5. Is this a 2023 all over again? 2022 all over again when the Aces were getting double digits all the time? But anyway, total sits here at 167. Wow, I'm just blown away at this Connecticut Sun. I know they lost their coach, right? And must have lost some players. I haven't followed this league.
Coach in Indiana.
Yeah, they what a massive line here. Dream and Fever. The Caitlin Clarks here are favored 8. Total 174.5. We started off. Sean, any action here in W? Oh, you are looking at W. There we go.
I threw a rando player prop out there for doing.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Enjoy it.
There's your W contribution there from Sean. All right. On over to Solo.
I did have a win. Listen, I'm undefeated, 1-0. My WNBA had the over on Sunday, so I'm top of the leaderboard, folks. 100%. Never wrong.
Yep, Fever getting a lot of favor. We're going to see the Caitlin Clark tax. The Fever actually has come down. The Fever opened 9.5. It's come down to 8 in that game. So, and the total opened 171. It's coming up. So, over and the dog and Dream Fever there in the lines. Looking at the lines on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Dream and the Fever. Dream came out the first game and got punched in the mouth. I think a lot of people expected him to come back. The defense kind of struggled. They're kind of older. They added Griner and they added Jones from the Liberty, so they got real good size down low. Alicia Gray's really nice. She'll be able to score about 15 to 20 on the wings. Might want to take her prop over. She's the real deal. But at the same time, this Fever team, they're going to push the pace. They got a new coach. They got a little more physicality. Caitlin's a little bigger. This crowd's going to be electric. She's going to get the calls. So I feel like you got to go with the Indiana Fever minus the 8. And then as far as the Aces and Connecticut Sun, I was on Connecticut. This line is getting a little outrageous. I watched the Aces in the first game versus Liberty. I was on them. We dropped the ball on that one. When I watched the Aces, I saw they were a little older. It's pretty much the same team, but I know they brought in Jewel Lloyd. But the thing is, Jewel Lloyd's kind of ball dominant. And so when you have Chelsea Gray, who's also ball dominant, and then you got probably the best player in the league, if not maybe top 2 with Asia Wilson. She wants the ball as well. It's going to take a little time to figure things out. But either way, the Connecticut, they're a real young team. They got Mabry. They got a couple rookies. I'm starting to think one of these rookies is probably sitting out with the way this line is moving. I don't think they have enough to really keep this close. Originally, I did. I think they find a way to sneak in the back door, but it looked like the Aces might be the play.
There we go from Solo. All right, we got you through the WNBA.
Who's washing machine? I thought that's mine. I'm like, did I put washing?
Oh, I thought it was an ice cream. I thought that was an ice cream truck.
That's a Samsung washing machine.
I like those bomb pops. It's getting hot out here. I can use a bomb pop right now. All right, let's continue here on the Toy Morning Show as we get ready here to look at the Parlay Purple segment, where our cappers can give it a parlay. You got a team player prop, game of the future, or just play it straight. They make the call. Over to Sean.
All right, we got 3 baseball. No, I was going to jump into some rugby props. Maybe I'll throw them into the drive-by this afternoon. Going to probably do some Dodger stuff there, fade there, Ryan Nelson. Although nobody's got super numbers. Anyway, that'll be today's show later on while I'm grilling some sausages. Jalapeno cheese sausage today.
Oh, wow.
All right, 3-0 sweep yesterday, 25-24 plus 280 with the MLB here at the end of the show. So we'll stick with that here. 3-0 yesterday. Nationals plus 155, the Mets minus 125. And we're going to go with the Dodgers here minus the 115 on the run line.
Here you go there from Sean. Move on over to El Ninos.
Go Mets, Padres, and the Bear with me, I had it. Tigers -1.
There we go from El Ninos. Move on over to Solo.
We're going to go with Anthony Edwards over 27.5 points. We're going to go with the White Sox first 5 money line. We're going to go C.J. Abram to hit a home run in the Nationals game. We're going to lay it with the Fever.
There we go here from Solo. Just shout out to Ron Hahn, who runs our chat, part of our team at TonySpicks.com. Here's his 3-teamer here. Reds run line, Houston, Tampa under, Dodgers with the run line. There you go. Good return of plus 683 from our man Ron Hahn running our chat. You can find his place over at Tony's Picks. What I like here, I like the Mets with the Rangers, Yankees under, and the Padres there. All right, we got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what we have for sale over at TonySpicks.com. Of course, we give you our free plays, but if you want our best plays are over there at TonySpicks.com, so you guys can check it out, see what's rolling right now. We'll see what Sean has for sale over at TonySpicks.com. Sean has put together an impressive run here. Look at this 2,596 units of profit, all documented over at Tony's Picks. Sean, what you got for sale?
And MLB 3-pack is up. Listen, buy the 3-pack. Why not? Get the 3-pack of baseball, or if you want something longer, super. I've already given you my NBA, so the least you can do is return the favor and get a package there. Support the channel, the show, the cappers. We give out a lot of free picks here, and not just me. Anybody on the show you kind of like, all right, you're like, I don't know, buy picks. We give out at least a dozen picks every day, everybody here. All right? We win more than we lose. Support the channel, support your favorite guy here. Let's go. And not just me. There's other gappers on here doing well, so. Baseball's turned the corner. I got a 3-pack up. There we go. That's all. That's the WNBA. I'm gonna just dwell on that for a bit. That's nice there. Keep that going.
Sean is in the green in MLB. Look at this. 457 units of profit document over at Tony's Picks. So get on board with Sean. He's got a 3-pack for you up there. So, of course, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Or you can choose a long-term passes. You make the call there. Sean in there with the one-year all sports pass. Also the entire MLB season pass. Look, he's already turned the baseball the season into the green by almost over 450 units based on $100 unit wager there. So, but with Sean, he's got that season pass. We got a lot of baseball, right? Baseball goes to the end of October. So we're looking at 5+ months left of baseball. It bleeds into football, but we don't take our eye off baseball during football season. Trust me, we put a lot of work in this spring and summer on baseball. We're not going to just push it to the side. We have a lot of data and knowledge on these teams, so we're going to continue to fire all the way to the final game of the World Series. So get on board with Sean over at Tony's Picks. The promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off that 15% off. All right, let's take a look, see what the El Ninos has got rolling over at Tony's Picks. El Ninos had a successful, really good NBA year. Al, what's for sale?
Yeah, I got my $19 best bet in the NBA. If you just want to check that out, if you want your MLB, I got that up individually as well. If not, grab one of those long-term or 2-for-1 capper passes. Always your best way to go, and you get all the team plays that way. Should get there with playing the NHL and the total there as well. So, get on board long-term.
More long-term with El Ninos. You can see the one-day passes up there. Best bet from MLB from El Ninos up there right now. But remember, the long-term plays. Now, all of our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but our cappers continue to handicap throughout the day and night, looking for late plays for their long-term subscribers. We have a late Steam feature available to all long-term subscribers. We can put plays in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours for game time. Those plays are emailed directly to your inbox using the email that you use when you sign up for the service. Late Steam feature available at TonySpicks.com, and I can tell you right now, nowhere else there. So get on board there with El Ninos. Go for the long-term if you want those late Steam plays. And get on board there with El Ninos at TonySpicks.com. All right, we'll take a look and see what Solo's got for sale over at TonySpicks.com. Solo's been red hot. You've seen him all over the leaderboards past 7 days. Some big numbers. Solo, what you got?
I got a best bet in all the sports. Really love the card today. NBA best bet, MLB best bet, WNBA best bet. I got a 5-pack in MLB. I got a 3-pack sprinkled of all sports. A little something for everybody up there. So sign up with me short-term, long-term. If you want a good cappers, make sure you use that 15% code. You already know. Let's get to the bank. We heating up, baby.
Heating up here with Solo or at Tony's Picks. You can see results from Solo's putting up impressive numbers here. 644 units of profit the last 7 days. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. He's got plays up there for you right now. WNBA up there, as well as a 3-pack from Solo. You know, those are all profit guarantee on the one-day pass. Or again, Solo offers the long-term passes, even a 5-pack over there from Solo. So get on board. Best bet coming in from Solo from MLB. and more. So you'll see a best bet here from the NBA. So he's ready to roll here with Solo over at TonySpicks.com. Instead of buying all these plays individually, you may consider trying them out with the 3-day pass. Get all Solo's premium plays for 3 days. Of course, you can apply the promo code Tony to your checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. So get on board with Solo over at TonySpicks.com and get signed up. All right. I've got a best bet on the board right now from Major League Baseball. Also, a 3-pack with a baseball, with 2 baseball and 1 NBA. I am the units leader in MLB for the year. So get on board with me over at TonySpicks.com and get signed up. We do have a 2-for-1 capper promotion, so you can match me up with your favorite capper here on TonySpicks.com with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Of course, you can use a promo code Tony to checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. Guys, we're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. each time. It is the Tony Six Morning Show. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so you're notified when we release these picks on our live show. And of course, they give us that like, that thumbs up. It really helps to build up our channel. And if you happen to miss any of our shows, you can very easily find them. Just head on to our YouTube channel, type in Tony's Picks in the search, and you'll find our channel up there with our live tab. Hit the live tab, and you'll be able to see all of our live shows there, our live replays. Also, we do have a members feature. If you'd like to support the channel, you'll get early access to my videos if you hit the members and hit join there to support us. Happy Hour airs here 5 p.m. Eastern time. Rado hosts it. You'll see Ron Crawford up there. You'll see Ramon. Ben you'll see up there as well. And, of course, sometimes the cappers will pop in like Solo. Some of our morning cappers will pop into that show. We've seen Sean on the Grill as well. We'll probably get Sean on the Grill picks. Maybe that'll be a segment on the Happy Hour, right? Sean on the Grill picks for you.
Put a little hat on.
Get a little hat on there. Get your chef hat up there. Sean on the Grill picks there from Sean, and get a little barbecue tips as well as he's barbecuing. Hit the video tab for more deep dives. If you're looking for Rod's WNBA, he's got individual team versus team videos here for you, deep dives in this WNBA. Also has his NHL pick for you up there. El Nino's looking for the dogs. My deep dives are up there as well. And then we got the crew there with Ramon as well as Solo and Ron on a compilation video. They run the compilation videos for WNBA, so you can get there, plays little deeper dives there from those 3 as well. Lots of great content on the channel, guys. So check us out on the Tony Spicks YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. We're close to 50,000 subscribers. You see why? Because we produce great content, not just from me, but from all the crew here at TonySpicks.com. So check it out. All right. What's up, Sean? We got you here in the mornings.
Mornings, yes. And again, maybe grill picks coming up.
Cook the books.
People like walking bets and stuff like that. Well, we'll do grill picks. We'll do grill bets.
Grill picks, grill bets from Sean there on the grill. Picks on the grill from Sean. Of course, I knew you're always looking for those dogs.
Yeah, I said we went with some props yesterday. We went 2-1 on some decent plus money props. So taking a shot with those again today. Go check it out.
Check it out. Of course, Solo, we got you on the mornings. You pop in occasionally on the Happy Hour, and then we saw you there with the WNBA compilation.
Yeah, I'm usually in the morning, but yesterday I was lurking around, sharking in the water. Saw some opportunity to jump on, try to make some money. But, tap in. You never know what'll pop in. But let's make some money. Don't parlay. Be safe. Let's get to it.
That's right. Don't parlay, be safe. That's the way to rule. Guy, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Tony Six Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so you're live with us to get those plays. And, of course, Happy Hour at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I eat with Higgs. I like that. Well, we got to see the flame. We got to see the flame.
Yeah, that. What do you think that is? That's a minus 295.
Smoke veggies.
I like Al's suggestion. I like Al. I like to cook the books.
Cook the books.
Cook the books.
Yeah, that's a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Cook the books with Sean. Sean's segment, Cooking the Books. There.
Nice. That's be the little shorties.
That's right. Cook the books today. You're not there shooting it with the chef hat. That'll work. All right. That will do it here for the Tony Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow. Anybody have anything late to add before we close it out?
Thanks for watching.
We appreciate everybody watching the show.
Chef's hat with a money sign.
There you go. Chef and money with the green apron.
Just the apron on.
The apron there with dollars everywhere. There you go. I'll do it there. We'll wake it. Bye, guys. You guys make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the 26 Morning Show.